Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up, but first, let's take care of our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hardworking crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High today, 84, low 76. Water temperature at the end of the pier is at an even 84 degrees, warm. Take a look at our river readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. We're looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown at a 4.5, but it's getting ready to go up now with this rain we have. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, 3.6, and as we said yesterday, it is on the rise. For this weekend, river is going to be rising water. If that's what you like to fish, you're going to get it. Our tide chart brought to us by Kenton Forest Lawn. Great tides all week. Looking at a high tide this morning at 8:02 and a low tide at 7:45 tonight. A good strong tide. Our wind will be strong too, like it was yesterday. It's coming in the southwest at about 18. I know it's knocking out some of these snapper trips, but hopefully it'll calm down soon. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. It's going to be hard to top yesterday's show with Jade Petronas. We really enjoyed having her on. Folks, she's not acting. That's the way she is. She's just a natural entertainer, really. And she's been that way since she was 10 years old. So I knew y'all would enjoy having her on. And we do have some outdoor ties. And she don't do a lot of it herself, but her family does a lot of it. So let's get started on some announcements and some great pictures we got. This first one, Thomas Shepard sent this to me and said, Thomas, asked me, Coach, will you show this to your audience? Thank you, brother. So here we got this coming up. August the 26th. It's a ways off, but go and put this on your calendar. This is the third annual Bad Cat Classic. It's going to be in the Choctawhatchee River at Caryville. Be August the 26th. It's flatheads, blue, and channel. Now, I like that because there's so many. You got 3 opportunities, and it's going to be from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and team meeting and all. So I'm certain I want to go to that if I can. I really am. So that's some good stuff. The folks over there do a good job with that. The third annual Bad Cat Classic. All right. Thank you for sending that to us. Now, my cousin Jerry Baker up there at Leisure Lakes. Now, Jerry's my cousin now. I'm serious. A first for us today. The fox came out and caught a squirrel. He has babies to feed. Now, you don't normally see this, but that fox came out of the woods, okay, and here's a better, and he caught this squirrel. Look at there. He got it in his mouth. Now, isn't that something? That's nature. Nature at its best, or worse. Speaking of nature, up here in Liberty County, watch your step. They are out everywhere doing softball drills with Braden yesterday evening when she stepped to the bushes to get a softball and was bitten by a snake. Almost sure as a copperhead. It seems our land is a breeding ground for them. Laying up is not her style, bless her heart. But you can see, look at there, folks. You see that swollen foot? And you just don't, look at there. And I guess you're doing okay now. Wow. Okay, Dennis Massey. Dennis loves archery. It's been a while, but I was informed I took the bronze medal in the Florida Sunshine Games. I love my darting bow. It shot better than I did. Now I need to find a massage therapist. These Sunshine Games for all ages and all, and there's Dennis taking the bronze medal. Look at that archery. Look at that shot right there. Good job. Dennis Massey. Okay. A fishing girl. It's a normal girl, just cooler. And I agree with that definition. Okay. Scoop Jackson, I safely released him. I'm sure this is in St. Joe Bay. There are a lot of these seahorses in St. Joe Bay. I see them every year we go scallop, and they are fascinating just looking at them and just watching them swimming. And it's neat to have them locally in our Panhandle area. All right, Scoop. Oh, Randy Beaver's up there on the river. Yellow flies are swarming and the bull reds are feasting and putting up a fight. Randy's a good fisherman. Okay, it's fishing the Sisters River. Isn't that a pretty picture right there? Okay. And you got to have the obligatory picture of the gator. If you fish in that river system and you fish, you're going to see a gator. It's hard not to see a gator. So you got to take a picture of them, and that's beautiful. That's Florida. David Rich's IGA in Weewall. David has his captain's license. He runs the IGA, of course, but he catches a lot of big fish. Good job, David. Okay, I've showed that one. Okay, I think that's going to catch us up on the pictures. I do want to add a name on our. Well, I got a couple more pictures, Jeff. Let me see. Let me show a couple more pictures. Okay, here's BJ Dorse, BJ's Marine. This is how not to fix the prop. I cracked up when I saw this. Somebody, okay, this is a homemade job. Okay, you want to take the prop over there to BJ's Marine and get it fixed right. And if you do now, they're going to do it right. BJ posted this. This is not them doing this, but he did post it, showing it how not to do it. All right. Okay, coming up Sunday, August the 13th. This is Chipley First Baptist. They're having a men's, well, I don't know if it's just men's or for everybody, God's Great Outdoors. And they posted this. Okay, it's a barbecue dinner at 5 p.m., worship at 6:30, and door prizes, a shotgun and rifle, a compound bow, a tree stand, and more. So check out First Baptist up there in Chipley, okay? And we'll see if they want to let us know a little bit more about that. I just picked that up. That's going to be Sunday, August 13th. A good time to have it. Okay, let's see. My buddy Eldrick Kirkman, look at that wahoo, folks. The wahoos, it's been a good spring for wahoo. They've really been strong. And I think maybe one more. Scott Forehand. This is Grand Ridge, a night picture of the deer feeding up in Grand Ridge. That's Billy Grantham in the background back there looking at them. Look at those deer. There's like a herd of them. That's what's going on right now with this fresh growth coming in. Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. First thing, let's add a name, Arisha Dutton from Deer Point Lake. She's won before. Glad you're back in there, Arisha. Things are good up at Deer Point Lake. So we're going to draw later on we'll give away a Father's Day tackle box. But I wanted to talk about, first, I want to talk about bears. This time of year, we're getting a lot of video and all, so a lot of different pictures from different people. Bears are all over the place. And this one's not a good one here. Well, it's not good for the bear. Anyway, Howard Farrow sent this, a dead black bear on Highway 79. Okay, but Senator Sutherland, that's Blake Sutherland, he's been on the show before, his wife. I just saw, this is funny because we were able to follow this by different people having eyewitnesses. Cindy posted first, just saw a huge black bear over by Mosley. Just for your information, for anyone around that area with pets. I was too in shock to take a picture. So okay, so someone took a picture and sent it. That's a great picture. I mean, look at the clarity and the pine bark and the bear just looking at, what's up with everybody looking at me? I replied to Cindy real quick. I thought this is funny. I just said, he wants to enroll in outdoor education. That's it. Okay, so I was trying to put some humor in it to calm everybody down. So I thought it was funny. They did too. So anyway, Carol Miller sent this to me. This guy was in a tree outside. Our church is up there close to Mosley, right across the road. This guy was in a tree outside your church this morning. And then I said, wow, I don't guess he could wait till Sunday. It is unusual to be that far in the area. Samantha, this is another picture, Samantha Coates. He moved around. Now went over there toward North Shore. Okay, he went up toward North Shore, and they were taking pictures of him by North Shore. Okay, and then this is another person posted it. This is a really big bear napping in that tree. I took it out of my kitchen window. She's in a kitchen window right here and looking at that tree across the road. So anyway, so what had happened, FWC, of course, was called in right away, and they followed it, and they are aware of the bear, and they said the bear has a couple of cubs also. There's a big female bear, according to my secondhand information. I haven't talked to FWC, but when Travis comes on next week, we'll ask him about it. So they hadn't done much to it. I think they think it'll just get back and head back the other way, and just be careful. Have pets out and everything. They're not going to attack anybody or anything unless you got food around in your hand or something. They're not going for you. They're going to go for the food, as we talked about before. But I started looking up, just when I present something the night before, I just try to look up information. I knew the state of North Carolina has always had bear hunts, and it's just been part of their tradition for generations. So I looked up, check this out. Here's North Carolina's bear harvest. They set a record. This is last year's, they haven't finished this year. In 2022, bear hunters statewide recorded the highest harvest total on record. 4,056 bears they hunted and harvested, 11% increase. And then it broke the coastal area, the bottom right corner, there was 2,533 in one area, in one management area. Can you imagine 2,500 bears in one management area? And then also different places, bear management harvest records. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting to talk about the bears. And there were just more pictures of it. So anyway, the bears are out, and I appreciate all the pictures y'all send or that I get off social media. It's sort of entertaining watching them, but do be careful around them. They're not aggressive, but they will protect their cubs. Okay. Now, don't forget, we're only 2 days away from the big tournament up here in C quarters. Okay, I want to show. Let's show the prizes one more time. If you want to run down there and buy some raffle tickets, okay, I've showed this a couple times, but this is just an important tournament. It's coming up Saturday, but you can go down tomorrow to the captain's meeting and buy the tickets, or maybe call them just to get some tickets on this one and on the backyard smoker, okay? And remember, they're going to have categories. You can go down there and enter tomorrow. If you just go to the captain's meeting tomorrow. I'll be down there for the weigh-in. We're not going to be able to fish it. I'm disappointed this year, but things just didn't work out. And the red snapper is going up $5,000 to $5,000. So, this is a cool one-day tournament and good prizes, and all of that money is going to a good cause. So don't forget about the tournament this weekend. All right. Now, let's see. We want to give away our second. We're talking about our Father's Day giveaway. We're going to give away our second one. This is the tackle box, and we were talking about it the other day. I've already got all the stuff in there, but let me see. We can go ahead and, so all the stuff we put in there last time. They're all about the same. I do have in the bottom part, I've got the bigger plugs, okay? Actions, spinner blades, Z-mans, shrimp. You can't have a tackle box if you don't have some shrimp in it. So all kind of cool stuff in here. I mean, it's well over $100 worth of Yozuri. Now that's one we hadn't talked about lately. Yozuri, I've had good luck with Yozuris. Okay, so all right, then all in the top you got all kinds of stuff, and you can't go fishing without some kind of little shad-looking bait like this. All right, this is a Father's Day giveaway, so we're gonna do like we did last time. And now this is a lightweight. This is not one of the top of the line tackle boxes, but it'll do. It will do. Okay. If you're like me, you have literally, I was gonna say a couple of. I probably got 4 tackle boxes, and I have different categories for them, but I like tackle boxes. All right, so you put. I try to explain to Gail. You put freshwater stuff in one and saltwater stuff, and you put surf fishing over here in this tackle box, and you put a combo over here, and then you put bait fish with this tackle box. So it makes sense to me. So does it make sense to y'all? All right, here we go. The winner. And you can come out of the studio here. Donna will have it. We'll have your name on it. You come in the studio. Jeff may be here or may not. Jeff works hard. He may be on assignment. All right, here we go. If it's not a male name, I'm gonna put it back in there. That's not a male name right there. That was. I'm not gonna say who it was. All right. That's not either. Okay. Y'all got plenty of time this morning. You're not gonna believe this. How about Braden Harris? Braden Harris, good job. You see it right there, Braden Harris. Braden is an absolute fishing machine. He will get to use, he will enjoy this and get to use it. So well done and well deserved, Braden. Only thing, he's not a father yet, but he will be later on, hopefully. But he has a father who definitely loves fishing, and Michael Harris, and a granddaddy, and Johnny Harris, who loves fishing. So we're going to go pass that out to Braden Harris. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Looking at this morning, 9:35 to 11:35. This evening, and even 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, okay? Now, just you may have seen it in the news that they're going to replace the DuPont Bridge. That's the bridge that goes into Tyndall. I'm a little surprised at it because when they announced it, I'm thinking that's one of the nicest bridges we have in the Panhandle. But they say it's old, but they're going to spend $250 million replacing the bridge. And what that has to do with outdoorsmen, that's going to cut out the bridge fishing. But they're not going to mess up with the original bridge. They're just going to add this one on the south side of it. So anyway, then they're going to start, pretty soon. It's going to be a 3-year project. So if you're a Tyndall bridge fisherman, you might have to go to Plan B for a couple of years. So anyway, it's just $250 million, and I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like it's in great shape. I go over it a lot, but that's their decision. I wish they'd take some of that little bit of money and fix all these potholes we have all over the place. That's just my opinion. Okay, now, you do certain things in the outdoors, and a lot of times you just have to rely on intuition and just just go ahead and doing things. And this past weekend, we're down at the Cape, and Wendy and Ashley came out to see us. They're living in St. Joe now. They came out like Saturday, about 7 o'clock Saturday night, and they wanted to go walking on the beach looking for turtles, because turtles are laying now. And they they said, Dad, do you think they'll be out there? I said, honey, my famous phrase that I got from my dad, you don't know until you go. And I said, so y'all go ahead. It's a beautiful Saturday night, and they went walking on the beach, and they're walking up toward the St. Joe State Park, and just the two of them, mother-daughter, just having a good Saturday night walk about 10-ish or 11 o'clock, between 10 and 11 o'clock. And we've done this before, and it's just really, it's being part of nature at night. And all of a sudden, my phone rang. I was sort of going to wait up for them anyway, and they found a turtle. A turtle was laying the eggs. They were actually there, and they were the only ones around. It was in a dark area, and when they saw the tracks where the female had gone up there, she was ecstatic. She was so happy, and Ashley was. Wendy has seen it before. Ashley has never seen it. So I'm gonna read her statement. I'm gonna show you some pictures. Okay, so here it is right here. Ashley and I shared a once, sometimes twice, in a lifetime experience last night. We walked the Cape last night after 10 o'clock and came upon a loggerhead turtle laying her eggs. It was simply beautiful. It was just the three of us. The moon wasn't up last night, so it was dark. Ashley and I sat in the dark with her, listening to her eggs drop, listening to the sand shuffle as she covered them, and then listening to her heavy breathing as she rested. Then Dad went out this morning and found the nest and visited with the turtle ladies as they did their thing. What a blessing it is to witness God's creation. So this was Saturday night. They came back in, and of course they were so excited. I mean, they cried. I mean, they loved it that much they just cried. And as they were watching, they would call me and tell me what's going on, and it was a special time. So I got up early Sunday morning, and I wanted to make sure I was, because the turtle didn't get too far off the sand line. The water line into the sand. And that's what Wendy was saying, because then we're afraid someone might have drive over. So I got up real early, so I knew exactly what she was talking about. It was in front of one of the houses we know. And we went down there, and turtle ladies already there. So I got up with them, and I've got some pictures. Show you what, okay, here they are right here. So you see how close it was. So what they're doing here, they're digging to find out how deep they are. Normally, the eggs are about 16 inches deep, and we had a good talk. I guess I was all excited. I told them about my daughter and granddaughter seeing it. That made them happy, and they found the tracks too. These eggs here were about 19 inches deep, And they're finding, they're not digging them up now. They sort of feeling around and finding about how big the nest area is. They're experienced and they know what they're doing. This is a turtle watch down in Cape. Okay, well now they have found it, so now they're marking it off. I'm standing there the whole time. I'm just tickled. This is fun. This is true stuff. Real people. Okay, volunteer with St. Joseph Peninsula Turtle Watch. Okay, so they're driving down the stakes and all, and they're marking it. This is going to be nest number 33, and you can see he's adding a little bit of extra sand on it. And like they said, we'll just hope and pray we don't have a hurricane, because that destroys a lot of nests. It's about a 60-something day, 63-day period of time here where they're okay. You see how close it is to the water? And see how the other nests, there's like 3 nests in that area, and that's a little dark area, and that's what I was asking them why they're swimming in that one area. She's measuring how big it was. That turtle was 36 inches wide. She's measuring between that's where the outside fin, the 2 fins. That's how they measure how it was, like 36 inches wide. And then of course put the tape around it. And is this cool stuff or what? This is a Florida Panhandle, the real deal. And Wendy and Ashley, they were just thrilled. They're going to drop this nest, nest number 3, and there's a loggerhead. So thank you, ladies, for giving me a play-by-play. And you can see they're wrapping things up, and I got to wrap things up too. Here we go. All right, so, okay, we run out of time. Was that good stuff or what? Y'all do something good for someone else today. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.